How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today we're going to be doing kind of an unorthodox video. This is, as you've already read the title, the collection update that no one saw. This is a kind of black metal collection update that I may or may not have done a year or two ago, and for whatever reason nobody saw it. Maybe like a handful of people, and they just skipped past it and didn't see these albums. So I figured, since it got like the least amount of views out of a lot of my, black metal collection, that I would show them off again and talk about them maybe a little bit more in depth and in a little bit better, with better knowledge of it. But yeah, one of these you're definitely going to remember because I did a retrospect of, but we'll get that one out of the way starting off with this. This is Immortal's previous album to the new one. This is All Shall Fall. The face on there looks pretty similar to the face on the Northern Chaos Gods album, though, gotta say. Not very original artwork there. But yeah, this is alright. This is probably one of my least favorite Immortal albums, but it's still pretty good considering. But yeah, the new one is way better than this in my opinion, and pretty much every album before this is better than this one. But it's still Immortal, it's still good Norwegian black metal. Right before Abbeth left the band and did his own thing and in the self-titled album. But yeah, Immortal with All Shall Fall. The next is kind of a strange amalgamation of Darkthrone's Solkundra demo and Mayhem's Deathcrush album, apparently the original uncut version. But yeah, this is Mayhem and Darkthrone with the True Legends in Black. It seems like it may be some sort of a bootleg, I'm not sure though. Still haven't quite figured that out. Probably is though. I mean, this doesn't seem official at all. On the inside there you got both of their logos, and then the title, and then the famous black metal background from the Helvet shop. So that's some of the members there. Pretty good considering. Like, there's no label or anything on this. There's no like indication of who put this out. It has Eon, Volkundra, and Archipelago songs from the Darkthrone legendary demo Volkundra, and then the Mayhem, like I said, just basically has the Deathcrush album, EP, whatever on here. It's got Sylvester Angfong, Deathcrush, Chainsaw Gutsfuck, Witching Hour, Necrolust, Sea Weird's Mannheim, which I already think that's a typo, Pure Fucking Armageddon, and an outro. But yeah, you can see right there, it's spelled kind of weird. I don't know what the hell's with that, but probably an unofficial release of some sorts for sure. But yeah, interesting to have in the collection regardless, because I don't have the Thalkundra demo by Darkthrone, so at least that's on here. Pretty interesting stuff. Next is my favorite album by Mayhem, besides Deathcrush. That's Chimera. Really enjoy Maniac's vocals on this. Everyone should know by now that I'm not the biggest fan of Attila post Tormentor. Really enjoy the riffs on this. Really enjoy the drumming. Really enjoy Maniac's vocals. Just really overall good Mayhem album. Whore, My Death, Rape Humanity with Pride, Chimera, You Must Fall. Yeah, a lot of good tracks on here. 2004 Season of Mist edition. But yeah, Mayhem with Chimera. Next is a Marduk release. Really need to get up to date with all my Marduk. I still got a couple of the original albums that came after this that I need to get. There's some in-between discography stuff I need to get. I still need to get the new one. Like, I got quite a few of these, but I still don't have them all. Anyways, this is the second Marduk release with Those of the Unlight. Probably one of, if not their best release. Really enjoy this one. Their first album was really good, more on the doomy side, and I really enjoy doomy black metal. But this was getting closer to their usual sound, and just excellent, slightly doom influenced black metal. Love the shit out of this album. You definitely need to listen to this if you have not for whatever reason. But yeah, that's Marduk with Those of the Unlight. Next is another kind of like mid discography album by Marduk, though. This one is the Le Grand Dance Macabre. I can't remember what fucking album this is. It's probably like 7 or 8 or something. After a while, a lot of their mid discography albums kind of blend together for me. Nightwing's one that kind of really stands out. Plague Angel really stands out, but other than that, the other middle albums of their discography don't really stand out a lot to me. You could say a song and I'd be like, oh yeah, I have no idea what song that album's from, or what album that song's from, whatever. But this is, from what I can remember, pretty good stuff. Just Marduk doing what they normally do. No reason to not get it if you're into them. But yeah, that's Le Grand Dance Macabre by Marduk. Alright, now this next band, I've got a couple of albums are from the Czech Republic. I originally thought that they're from Brazil for some reason, I think. But yeah, I've studied up a bit, and they're from the Czech Republic. This is the band's 4th album. They have about 7 of them. But yeah, this is Maniac Butcher. Not too many people talk about this band, and probably for an understandable reason. They're not the best black metal band in the world. They do have some really good songs here and there. This album, not so much. There might be like 1 or 2 pretty good songs on here, and the rest of it's like, I don't know, forgettable filler for the most part. But, you know, I mean, I'm glad to have it in my collection. I'm glad to show it off and maybe, you know, suggest some of you guys check them out, because, like I said, I haven't heard too many people talk about this band at all, and Maniac Butcher probably does have some fans out there for sure. But this album, Tsarina Krev, is probably not their best. The next one I definitely say give a shot. But yeah, that's Tsarina Krev, 4th album by Maniac Butcher. Now the one to really check out by them, I think, would be this. This is Epitaph, their 6th album. Kind of really humorous art. There's not really too much. Just the 2 dudes in the band or whatever, just standing there with medieval weapons. This is not going to focus. Oh, there we go. Sort of. Lots of glare, but there you go. Definitely check this album out of Maniac Butchers if you're going to check any of them. This is Epitaph, and it's got some pretty decent black metal. I mean, considering the Czech Republic, they probably don't have too much black metal bands there, I'm going to assume. It's got, I'm using a little statement down here: no keyboards, no female vocals, keep your country clean, burn your local church. Yeah. So they definitely got that black metal edginess to them for sure, if you're into that kind of stuff. Yeah. Probably the best thing you'll hear by Maniac Butcher, Epitaph. And if you are a fan of Maniac Butcher and you know of any better albums by them, definitely let me know in the comments section of which ones to check out, because as far as I'm aware, Epitaph is their best one. Yeah, definitely check them out if you haven't heard of them before. Alright, this next one I rave about quite a bit on this channel when I get the chance to. This is the US black metal band Summon, not to be confused with Summoning. This is basically thrashy black metal with the very teeny sprinkling of death metal elements here and there. Just excellent stuff. Can't recommend Summon enough. This is their Baptized by Fire album. And I do believe, I'm just going to spin my thing around here. I think it's their second album, but I could be wrong. Alright, US black metals. Yeah, I do believe it's their second album. The first one being Dark Descent of Fallen Souls, but then Dark Descent of Fallen Souls might be a demo, but anyway, so this is potentially their first album, but more than likely the second one. Baptized by Fire by Summon. Do yourself a favor and check this band out. Great songs on here, like the Baptized in Fire track, Dark Descent of Fallen Souls, Burning Black Desire, Eve of Anti-Creation, Eternal Darkness, Visions of Apocalyptic Grace, Sons of Wrath. Yeah, do yourself a favor and check out Summon. And the last one, I don't know why I have this, but I got it anyways. It was cheap at my local, CD store back in the day. But this was at the time the most recent Venom album, From the Very Depths. The guitar work is probably the most impressive thing about this entire album. The guitar and drums. I cannot stand what's his name's vocals. They annoy the hell out of me. Like, it's nothing super special at all, really, though. There's a song where it's like, rev up the Marshall stacks or whatever. They're definitely being like super cheesy about it. And they definitely care more about, like, I think more about the money and selling albums now than they do about actually being like underground and like maintaining any sort of, I don't know, integrity music wise. But yeah, this is Venom's latest, or one of Venom's latest releases before they became Venom Inc., which is what the fuck. But yeah, if you give a shit about this, maybe check it out, but I don't know. There's a hell of a lot better stuff to be listening to than modern Venom. Anywho, that's it for this collection update. Once again, this is one that's like very little people have seen, and I figured it has some decent releases in it, so it would be neat to talk about and go over and share with you guys. It was like a part 2 of a collection update, like from forever ago, and I think it might have got like maybe 20 views, and like I said, there's some bands in here that definitely deserve to be, have the light shined on and talked about, and some pretty decent albums in there, and I wanted more people to kind of hear about them, and that's kind of what this channel is about. Like, I try to like talk about bands and albums that I feel deserve to be shared and discussed, and get some more, movement towards and discussed and things like that. So hopefully more people watch this one and more people check these bands out. Let me know if you like any of the albums that you've seen here. Let me know if you haven't heard of any of these bands and that it was a good thing that I actually did this video. And that's it, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed it. For Glory, for the Rebellion, Slammerella out.